Hi, I'm a shitty low quality JPEG in front of a crappy little picture I took with my phone, and today I wanted to talk to you about the worst food ever. Now, I know this is subjective, and you're probably going to sass me about how, it's actually not, and this is, blah blah blah, whatever. I don't really care. It's a YouTube video, you clicked on it, you know what you're getting. So, I think, for the sake of a smooth video, I think the first thing I should do is just talk about what qualifies as the worst food. What does it take to be the worst food? And I think the best way to do that is an example. Now, I know, it's possible that you're not from the US if you're watching this, so you wouldn't, maybe you don't know about this. I don't know. I haven't gone to your school system, but in the US educational system, something that's pretty common for lunch is, like chicken nuggets, chocolate milk, something else on the side. But either way, doesn't really matter. What really matters are those chicken nuggets. Now, don't get me wrong. I like myself a good chicken nugget. And they're not always bad. Like, no. But, there is always the possibility that one of those chicken nuggets is harboring a very dark secret. Disguised in any one of those chicken nuggets is Satan. Now, from the outside, they look fine. Any other chicken nugget, they look the same. But on the inside, it could be anything from, a whole bunch of cartilage, being undercooked, whatever. And that's why I say they're the great deceiver. Now, why do I say this qualifies as the worst food? Here's the real deal, okay? The worst food isn't just about the texture and the taste. It's also about how it deceives you. What is the visual right here that just deceives you into eating it? Listen, if a food looks bad, I can avoid it. And a lot of the worst food that you probably know of has a sign. There's something about it that lets you know this is gonna suck. Now, that's why I think the worst food is something that tries to deceive you. It tries to make you eat it. It wants you to think it's good. When in reality, it's probably the most disgusting thing you've ever had. Now, this is where that chicken nugget is, right? It's something that on the outside looks fine. But on the inside, it's literally, something made in hell. You bite into that and you want to vomit. Now, this is what I think qualifies as the worst food. But I'm not talking about chicken nuggets. I'm not talking. That's nothing, right? The real worst food is the stuff that you choose to eat, right? Like that school food, it's something that you just get. You don't have that much of an option there, But the stuff that you in the real world choose to eat because it deceives you, that's the real worst food. And where I experienced this was, I don't know, I'd say back when I was probably about 16. I think this was around the time I started driving. Me, my dad, my grandfather, we all wanted to go on a little trip. We wanted to go, they wanted to go to a museum. I find that interesting, so why not? I'll tag along. And on the way, my grandpa was like, hey, I want to get something to eat. I'm hungry. And, no one's going to say no to your grandfather, so we have to stop somewhere. And, oh, lo and behold, there's a big building somewhere, just right around the corner, right off that interstate. And it's, a food court. It's a little highway food court off to the side, a little place to stop, while you're on a big trip to pick up some, pizza, whatever, who cares. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, that doesn't sound like there's anything wrong there, It's just a little food court. It's just something you can pick up while you're, driving around in your big old truck or something, right? But no. No. These kitchens are literal hellfire furnaces creating the worst substances known to man, right? These are horrible. These are actually disgusting. I genuinely think someone might have died here. I'm not going to look it up because I'm too lazy, but I bet I bet someone has died in one of these places. Either way, get back to the story. Me and my grandfather, we're like, all right, sure, let's go there. Me and my dad, dad, grandfather, whatever the hell. And we go in, And, I'm a plain Jane kind of guy, so I just want to get a pizza. I see a pizza, it's cheap pizza. I'm just going to get, cheese. I don't want to, I know these kinds of places a little bit, so I don't want to test my luck with any sort of meat. So I go in, I get the pizza, blah, blah, blah. My grandfather wants to get that too. And I think it's important to stress something here. My grandfather is not picky. I'm a pretty picky guy, but my grandfather, he's been a mechanic, his entire life. He'll probably eat a sandwich if his hands are covered in oil and not really care, right? He does not care, okay? He took one bite of this. And in my entire life, I have never seen him look like he's about to throw up. Except for this one case. That was probably the most disgusting food ever. Now, listen here. I took a bite. I might have taken a bite first, right? But we took a bite about the same time. And I realized that I literally bit into hell. I bit into a portal to hell. That was probably the worst decision of my life. I almost feel like a phantom taste just from talking about it. It's basically like just Satan is just, tickling my tongue because he decided I'm going to make the worst thing ever. I'm going to lull you into a false sense of security, I'm the great deceiver. I am going to show you this, seemingly normal little slice of pizza and basically try to kill you with it. Now, something else to stress, the fact that my grandpa told me later that this is the worst thing he's ever had, like I said, he is not picky. He has had a lot of things, and he is 85 years old. 85 years, and that was the worst thing he's had. That says something. Listen, I don't have statistics on every single person in the world and what they eat and what they don't like, but if an 85-year-old told me that is the worst thing he's had, that has some stock. Now, that was just a short little story, a little tirade, if you will. I just wanted to talk about something, and I'm kind of lazy, so this is what you get. I hope that you take caution. I really do. Because the worst food out there isn't something that you'll see, it's something that you'll notice. No. The worst food out there is the stuff that's going to deceive you. It's going to trick you. It's going to, wait until you put your guard down and you take that first bite to ruin your taste buds for the rest of your life.